the general framework for greenhouse gas reduction. We have to get to zero when it comes to the emission of greenhouse gases. Let's look at the general approach that we will later apply to a specific area of human activity. We can reduce greenhouse gases in two main ways. You can try to reduce the emissions of new gases, or you can try to capture the greenhouse gases that are already in the air. Let's start with the reduction of the emission of new gases. This can be done in many ways. We will go through the main directions that you can follow. First of all, you can reduce or remove the need for a good or service. For example, if you live closer to your work, you will drive less. Thanks to this, you will generate less carbon dioxide. Secondly, you can improve existing solutions. A great example of that is the reduction you can achieve when it comes to warming the house in the winter. If you insulate it, most likely you will burn less coal or gas. This will help reduce the emissions of greenhouse gases without the need to exchange the existing heating system. Another approach is to move fully to more efficient solutions. This means that instead of improving the existing good or service that you use, you buy a new one that has a much lower carbon emission. An example of such behavior would be buying an electric car, which is supposed to replace your old car, running on fossil fuels. Quite often, we will have to develop new technologies that address big sources of greenhouse gases. A great example of a technological breakthrough that we need would be carbonless cement. Cement is a huge source of carbon dioxide emissions. Therefore, if we manage to develop a much better alternative, we can speed up the change we want to achieve. Last but not least, we can reduce new emissions by changing the logic, or in other words, the rules of the game. In this category, we will have big moves, usually done by the state or the city, that can, with one decision, move us to a totally different position. Those moves are usually very bold, but come along with big gains. An example of that would be banning the usage of cars in the city and fully moving to public transport. This sort of thing is already partially happening in Europe. Now let's move to capturing greenhouse gases that are in circulation. Here we have two main directions. We can try to capture the greenhouse gases at the moment when they are created, or we can try to capture the gases that have been already circulating for some time. The first option is called point capture, or carbon capture and storage. You can do that successfully, for example, at power plants that burn fossil fuels. By using filters, you can capture some part of the carbon dioxide created while burning the fuel. The second option is called direct air capture. A classic example of this method is planting trees. We try to make it more efficient and scalable by creating special facilities that can do air capturing faster and require less space than forests. That's in short when it comes to the general approach to reducing greenhouse gas emissions. For every type of activity, we will get into more details when it comes to tactics that will help you reduce new emissions of greenhouse gases.